Oftentimes life gives us many things that we don't plan on, that surprise us, that shock us. But the theme that I've been hearing a lot this week is, and it's too late for me. And I won't be able to do it. And life throws us all these challenges that we don't plan on. But where do we ever get the idea that it's too late? What if life was exactly how it's supposed to be? What if right now was the perfect time for you to step into that next phase? You see, there's an old parable in our tradition that says the way of God isn't like the way of man, right? The way of man is we first build a vessel and then we fill it with water. But the way of God is God has the water. And then around the water, God builds the vessel, right? Now, the allegory is meant to teach us a few things. One of the most profound things about that parable is that from our perspective, the way we see transition is not necessarily the way transition is happening in the bigger picture. In the bigger picture, if we've built a container, if we've built a vessel, right? The vessel is an allegory for us, who we've become. If you've built yourself into a particular person, a particular personality, and all of a sudden your life starts falling apart, life doesn't turn out the way you expected it to, and you're faced with an unexpected divorce, or you're not happy, at this mid-stage of your life in your job, your soul is pining for something bigger, something different, and it's going to shake and upset everything. We've been trained to believe that that's bad, right? That the status quo is what's safe and what's okay, and all of a sudden I'm not happy. I want to pursue a project that's so much bigger than I've ever imagined, and I'm scared, and it's too late, or I don't believe I can do it. But what if that's exactly what life is meant to show us, meant to teach us? What if life was, as the parable says, to shatter our vessel, that we've built up a vessel, and this is as much water, this is as much life, this is as much abundance as we can contain. But what if the universe has bigger plans for us? What if the whole way that the universe inspired you to grow into what you're really what you're really capable of becoming? What if the way the universe does that is to take your vessel, and to smash you on the ground, so you shatter into a million pieces, and here you are in your 40s or in your 50s, or it really doesn't even matter at what age. Here you are at a certain stage in life where you felt accomplished, where you felt capable, and all of a sudden your world gets smashed apart, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I ever going to do? How am I ever going to recover? I guess it's too late. What if, in fact, you looked at it from the other angle, that this is exactly what's supposed to happen? This is the universe's way of waking me up, of inspiring me, of helping me change into the next stage of my life, right? Because we have this vessel, but the way that we see the world is, in order to have water, we first need to build the cup. But God, the universe, already has all the goodness, already has all the water, all the abundance, all the life to give us, and then around that, God builds the container, right? God builds us. God builds a shell to contain all this magnificence of life. And the way that the universe helps us expand is by shattering us. And so what if the very moment that you're sitting in now, where you're feeling like you're at a huge transition, you don't know everything, your whole life is shifting, you don't know how you're going to make it? What if the very fact that that is happening is the universe's way, is God's way of saying, I know you can do it, because otherwise I wouldn't have launched you into this transition. What if the whole way that you saw yourself and you saw life was backwards? And if the very fact that you're facing creating the greatest project you've ever created now at this mature stage of life, launching you into something that you've never done, raising a sum of money that it seems impossible, what if the very fact that you know you're being called to do that and all of around you, everything's crumbled. You're launched into divorce. You have to sell the house. The kids, everything's falling apart for you. What if that was the exact message? Wow, the old version of me is completely being shattered here. It's clear that something bigger is in store. What if that's life? What if that's exactly what life was all about? Guiding us on a journey to become the greatest version of ourselves. And when everything explodes, that becomes the symbol, the inspiration, that greatness awaits us. And that the only thing that we have to do in those moments is commit to taking action, is commit to stepping in to that with all the fear, with all the uncertainty, and with all the faith that something greater is in store for me. What if that's all that was needed? And what if we could all come together and pursue that and step into the next version of our lives together without being isolated, without being on our own? How powerful would that be for you? Maybe the only thing that's waiting for you to become, to step into the next vision, the next version of yourself, this next stage, what if the only thing missing is for you to just say, I'm ready?
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I've got a ton more inspiration and powerful strategies to send you. Click on the link in the description of this video and head on over to davidbederman.com and put in your email address to subscribe for updates. I'll also give you access to my Total Life Clarity training video series for free. So head on over to davidbederman.com and subscribe for updates, and I'll see you in your inbox.